Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's episode, we're doing something a little bit different. We're in space above our build along base, and we're going to be doing some testing. Now, in my last episode that I did for my Let's Play, I noticed that in survival, you can build the heavy armor blocks with literally zero grids in them. So if you look here in survival, you kind of can't do that. You get to a point, I'll show you quickly if I can grab a block. So if I drop this down, you can't build partial blocks. So what you can do is you can grind them down. And as I grind it down, notice the steel plates come out first, because that's how Space Engineer works. Well, in survival, you can build it with the 150 steel plates that you require and 0 grids. So I've set up this testing rig with this is just a marker block, don't worry about that one. And then we have a full heavy, one at 50% and one at 5. And on this side we have the same but with light. So this one is 100, 50, 5. So we've done that on all the platforms. When we come up here, you'll see I have my Gatling turret and a control seat so I can shoot it. Interior turret, control seat so I can shoot it. Missile launcher. I'm pretty sure that's just going to explode that and the blocks next to it, but we'll get onto that. Oh, wow. I need to turn this off. Come here. He's going to destroy my base. No. Right, I really need to turn that off. Pretty sure this isn't going to go according to plan. Like, I'm pretty sure this is going to cause some problems. It's hard to aim these things as well. Let's try. Let's aim just to the right. Missed. Yeah, it's going fine. Good testing. It's technically 1. Yeah. Oh, that one also took 1. Oh, wow. Look at that blast over damage. Right. Oh, missed. Like there? No. There. No. There? No. Wow. The area on this is... I should have done a wall. I've destroyed the come here. Still there though. Do we get it? Yeah, cool. Alright, this one. Ooh, survive 1. Miss. Yeah. That's 2. These are a bit too close for missile testing. But this, to be honest, the missile test is just a bit of fun. Wow. It is so bad at being on target. I haven't destroyed the block. I've just destroyed the platform under it. All right. Well, you know, job's not done. Is that block invincible? No. Oh, God. It's actually getting harder to hit. No. We might just have to unleash a salvo on this and see what happens. Starting to track. That one's gone. So we're going to claim this one as being invincible, I think. Finally got it. All right. One. I mean, I guess we'll consider that floating lump to be the block. Yeah. My missile testing needs work. That is actually quite hard to aim. Wow, it actually despawned. All right, back to regular testing. Hello, and you've just seen what can only be described as a complete waste of time. I don't know how I'm going to work out the actual how many bullets hit because it was too hard. The rifle testing, not good, but hopefully you saw from the rifle testing the range of the rifles. I didn't realize there was such an impact on it. So I'll throw up the details maybe on screen to precisely what it was. But yeah, it was interesting. Now, this is the bit of the episode I really wanted to talk about. Now, if we look at this block, you'll see it has all of the steel plates and zero grids. Now, grids are really expensive. And this has 81%. So the thought that came to me when I was welding up my base the other day was, can I get 80% of the value of a heavy armor block with the cost being significantly lowered by not using grids? Now, all of the other ones were full blocks ground down to various percentages, 50, 25, and 5, and 100%. Now, this one's 81. This one has 30 grids, so it's 87. And this one's 100%. So this is what I really want to know. Can we get anything good going? So let me just drop into creative, because I had to go into a survival world for this. So I needed to be able to get the blocks in a very specific state. Now, if I just grab one of these, and we'll drop 1, 2, 3. I'll do a fourth one for fun, why not? So what we now have is 100%. Now, I'm going to grind these ones down to the same as what we had before. Oh, I could do with a better grinder though, couldn't I? Let's try and get this one to 50%. Oh, come on. There we go. Try and get this one to 25%. And I did not set the mods up for quiet sounds. Ah, it's so loud. It's 25. Whew. We'll I won't torture you again. I lie. Of course I'm gonna torture you. If I'm suffering, you're suffering. So let's get this one down to 5%. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's so... Come on. Got it. Right. So one thing I do want to do is just put a marker down here as well. So we get a rough idea of how far away the target is. So from the gun, we are 236. Cool. Now, let's jump in here. So what I'm hoping to see is the stuff on the left should be our control. Exactly the same as what we saw in space. So if we go into here, so we'll just shoot that one. That's the one that's 100%. Because it was just a random one we placed at the end. And it's taking a lot of ammo. I actually hope I have enough ammo in this gun. Because this is survival, so it won't reload itself. I think I spawned in 200 rounds. Let's hope it's enough. So we'll just speed this bit up, and we'll talk about it at the end. Alright, well that is all done. Now, gut feel, without looking at the data, that heavy block, obviously it takes steel plate still. No one can deny that. But, if we place this down, this has what? This has 25. So, that's 50, 100, 150. So that's quite a thick wall. Now, what I imagine we'll see now, if I place this here, this block, if I can... Oh, actually, I can't do this. I have to be... What am I doing? I'm in creative. Oh. So what I need to do is jump... Make sure I've got some resources on me, actually. Let's do that, because I... Whoa! What the hell happened there? I have never seen that. I literally just got flown up. All right. Wow. I've never seen that glitch before. Cool. So let's have a look here. We need... That's plenty. That's fine. Okay. I came all the way up here and actually had enough stuff. So I need to drop out of creative for the next bit, because I want to put this block here. But I want to just test one more thing. And that one more thing is that this block should take the same time to destroy as all of those blocks take. Now, all I need to do is drop all my grids on the floor, because I don't want any grids. I just want plates in here. So 135 on the base plus 15, that's 150. Each one of the light blocks is 25. So we've got the same number as steel plates between the two of them. So question is 5, is that 5? It's gonna be 60 better than 1. Now obviously there's going to be advantages just having a single layer of wall over 60, but I don't think we have to explain that. But I think it's good to know, because what this is testing is the degree of protection of a block based on the number of items and the type of items in it, or is it just calculated as our overall? So for example, if I weld down a block, it still has grids in it. If it still has grids in it, then are they worth more for protection than steel plates? And that's kind of what we're testing. And what this is testing is it should be very much the same. So first things first, we need to make sure we've got some ammo in here. Well, 11 should be enough. We only had 20 before. So in theory, and we'll be quite quick on this one, I'll fast forward. What you should see is that they both take approximately the same amount of time to destroy. Now this one's going to be a little bit interesting because I can hit it side on, but I'll do my best not to. Right, let's see how long it takes to destroy it. Wow, that was a lot quicker than I expected. Actually, it only took 120 rounds. So this should be destroyed in 120 rounds because it has the same number of steel plates. Now, it's not going to get destroyed in 120 rounds. This is going to take at least 180, if not 300 rounds. So let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. Took exactly 180 rounds. Isn't that interesting? So, what we've proven with that one little test is that heavy armor blocks may have amount of protection based on the number of steel plates in them. But there's probably a multiplier where it says, well, if I have a steel plate and I'm a heavy box, then you're 0.25% more protected somehow. Because we used 180 rounds to get rid of one block that had the same number of steel plates as the 6 light armor blocks, which only took 120. So it took 60 more rounds, or 50% more, to destroy the heavy armor block. So, interesting. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to start editing the video together, look at the data, and then we'll come back and we'll discuss the results. And I'd love to say I'm going to get a fancy graphic. The reality is I can't do graphics, so you're going to get what you're given. Probably just going to be text on the screen. But we'll talk about that in a second, and we'll see what's what. All right, see you in a sec. Welcome back. So what we can see from the test is the heavy armor block with 0 grids in it did really well. 200 rounds it took to destroy that block compared to 260 rounds for the one that is fully equipped. Now, comparing that to the survival world, it was a little bit different. Like, it took 220 rounds, but then I changed the way I counted it. But again, difference between 220 rounds and 260 rounds, 40 rounds, some would have missed in the 260 I counted here, so let's assume 10 or 15 missed. Within 20 rounds either way, it's probably about right. Now, what this does mean though, is if you are trying to build a base and you can't get your hands on cobalt, so you can't make those grids, put down the heavy block still. You still get more protection from a heavy armor block with no grids in it than you do from having five light armor blocks stacked back to back. So do not be afraid of using those heavy armor blocks if you don't have cobalt. It still provides you an immense amount of value. Now, the only other thing to add to that is the assault rifle test. Something funky was going on. The distance between the target and where I was standing depended on the gun I was using, whether it would hit at all or not at all. And we saw that with the very first test. The 100% heavy armor block took 3,200-ish rounds, and it was barely 30% through. Like, I think it was 36% through. I worked out that to finish that block off, we would have needed about 6,000 rounds. Wow, that would have taken so long to destroy it. So my current thought process is never use a gun to push a building, right? Now I know there's a range issue. How am I going to hit these damn Gatling turrets if my bullets from my gun can't fire more than 200 meters? So I think we have to, at the very least... Oh, now we're going to fall all the way down. I think at the very least, we need to test what happens with your assault rifle when you're trying to shoot at certain distances. So that's definitely something I'm thinking of for a future video. But if there's anything else that you can think of that needs to be tested, let me know. Put it in the comments. Now, if you found this helpful in any way and useful, please do hit that thumbs up button and do leave a comment and let me know what else you'd like me to test. And if you've really enjoyed it, then feel free to subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. And if you got this far, hopefully you learned something interesting. With that all said and done, we're done here today. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Fly safe.